The Gaza war, which the world has watched with horror and a UN commission has described as genocide, seems to have become doctrine for Israel. And now it seems they want to apply that doctrine in Lebanon.
צה"ל מתמרן לתוך שטח לבנון לתפיסת קו הגנה קדמי, מחסל מחבלי חיזבאללה והורס את תשתיות הטרור שהוקמו שם, וזאת בהתאם למודל רפיח ובית חנון.
Rafah, Beit Hanun, Israel reduced both cities to heaps of rubble, and along the way killed more than 72,000 people, many of whom were women and children. In Lebanon, the number of people killed by Israeli bombings grows by the day, and Israeli attacks on medical infrastructure have targeted hospitals and killed dozens of healthcare workers, including a 16-year-old volunteer.
So for audio listeners, Israel Katz, who's basically Israel's defense minister, said, yeah, we're going to use the Rafah model in Lebanon. They just say it, guys. They just say it. They just say it. So like, for those who think I'm a rabid anti-Semite because I simply repeat what the Israeli officials say, what do you want from me? Do you want me to pretend like they're not saying it? Because they're saying it out loud. And you know what? I choose to believe them. Why don't you believe them? Why are you pretending like Israel Katz didn't just say, we are gonna do to South Lebanon what we did to the Palestinians in Gaza, what we did to the Palestinians in Rafah? They're leveling homes. They're displacing literally over 1 million Lebanese people. When is enough enough? Can someone please explain that to me? When is enough enough? How long did it take for the international community to try to fight the Nazi regime? I want to know. And how long is it going to take for the international community to finally fight back against this brutality? I don't care what anyone calls me. What's happening is wrong and it should be called out. So let's talk about the death toll here. Let's take a look. Courtney Bonneau, one of the independent journalists who risks her life every day to give us the facts. She reports on the ground. She shared the latest death toll figures. So as you can see, the Lebanese Ministry of Health indicates that 2,124 people have been killed and 6,921 wounded in Israeli attacks since March 2nd. Since March 2nd, guys. A little over a month. The Gaza model is being implemented here in Lebanon. Next, it could be your country. Don't think you're safe from the violence of the ruling class. I think that's an important warning to keep in mind. But I want to get into the numbers a little more here because 88 medical workers have been killed. You think that's an accident? That's no accident. By the way, 88 medical workers have been killed since March 2nd. I want to be clear about that. Another 206 have been wounded, meaning medical workers. There have been 116 attacks on emergency workers, EMS workers, 102 attacks on emergency vehicles, ambulances, 25 attacks on medical centers, and 6 hospitals have been shuttered. Do you think that's an accident? Southern Lebanon already looks a lot like Gaza as well. Take a look.
The Gaza war, which the world has watched with horror and a UN commission has described as genocide, seems to have become doctrine for Israel. And now it seems they want to apply that doctrine in Lebanon.
צה"ל מתמרן לתוך שטח לבנון לתפיסת קו הגנה קדמי, מחסל מחבלי חיזבאללה והורס את תשתיות הטרור שהוקמו שם, וזאת בהתאם למודל רפיח ובית חנון.
Rafah, Beit Hanun, Israel reduced both cities to heaps of rubble, and along the way killed more than 72,000 people, many of whom were women and children. In Lebanon, the number of people killed by Israeli bombings grows by the day, and Israeli attacks on medical infrastructure have targeted hospitals and killed dozens of healthcare workers, including a 16-year-old volunteer.
I think it was important for you to see that video twice. I really do. Because I'm sick of the excuses. I'm sick of seeing this brutality and genocidal behavior in multiple countries now carried out by the same government, the same military, yet all of the attention is on made up anti-Semitism, imaginary anti-Semitism uttered by people who are clearly critics of the genocidal regime in Israel. And finally, here's Netanyahu's mouthpiece. Her name is Shosh Bedrosian, an Armenian last name. Unfortunately, she should change it. She was a local news reporter in New York City just a few years ago. Now suddenly she's working for Benjamin Netanyahu as his spokesperson. Fascinating. Let's take a look at how she refers to Lebanese villages that are currently being demolished by the Israelis as we speak.
Prime Minister Netanyahu visited our heroic soldiers in southern Lebanon just yesterday within the security zone. Our forces are pushing Hezbollah away from the border and dealing with the terrorist villages that are adjacent to us on our northern border, while also defending our border at all times.
Terrorist villages. And remember, we're talking about a country that has a sizable population of Christians who are also getting killed. So is this really about Islamic terrorism? Or is this about painting those who resist Israel's aggression and attempts at stealing land as terrorists while Israel actually carries out the terrorism? You know, questions that our media would never want you to ponder, but maybe take some time to think about it.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.